Yes.
Number one, and I think the most important, is know who you are.
Yes.
You are not your title.
True. You're not your job.
Who are you? Do you know who you are?
Yes.
You're not the MD. You're not the project manager.
Yes.
You need to figure out who you are.
Yes.
And you're made up of your value system.
True.
And the things that outlast you.
Yes.
And it is not the job.
Yes.
So once you figure out who you are,
Yes.
it will help you in the transition, because I have seen very many cases where people say, the day I retired, my phone also retired. Nobody is looking for you.
Say that.
Because you need to remember, people called you for what you could do for them. They were not calling you. They were calling the position.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Hello and welcome back to the Sylvia Career Podcast, where we have conversations that matter. Today we are going to have a conversation on transitions, and I have my friend in the studio, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. So Mercy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thank you, Sylvia. That is, when you ask me that, Sylvia, I start thinking about how many, my facets. I think Mercy is made up of many facets. Mercy is a mother. She's a wife. A community person. A transition coach.
Yes.
Very important for me to say that.
Yes.
But right now in my season, I am a corporate person.
Awesome.
Yeah, so many
Awesome.
facets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you talked about being a transition coach. So, who do you coach in your transition practice?
At Sylvia, I coach people who are transitioning. I find that in midlife, as you can see, that's where I am at. Many people are going through transitions.
Yes.
There is transitions around retirement. So what next? I've been in employment for the last 30 years. It's time to leave. Where am I going?
Yes.
We always think people know where the retirement is coming until it comes. And then you're faced by so many facets of things you do not know that you need somebody to accompany you in that transition.
Yes.
People are also transitioning, the younger ones. People, you can be transitioning from singlehood to marriage. It is a transition.
Yes.
From to parenting, it's another transition.
Yes.
But especially also around career.
Yes.
Some people, like you and I, have been in banking at some point.
Yes.
You realize maybe banking is not working for you. You want to go into development sector.
Yes.
Or you're coming from development sector to banking.
Yes.
Or sometimes from same corporate, from one employer to another.
Yes.
All those are transitions which I feel sometimes society does not really appreciate them. And sometimes when you tell people, for instance, I feel like I want to transition, nobody understands the pain points, the fears around it, and the change that is needed. So transitions, everybody is on some form of transition.
I agree.
Because we are told that changes are constant. And isn't that transition?
It is.
Yes. Exactly.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Yeah, you've mentioned something that's very interesting about transition. People are constantly in transition. Someone is becoming a parent. Someone is becoming an adult. And we barely prepare other people, children, to transition to adulthood. Sometimes some people just find themselves, so what's supposed to happen here?
Yes.
So when you are going through a transition, what are those key things that would help you navigate it successfully? For example, we can give in a case in point. Let's say you are transitioning from one career into the next. What are the things that somebody needs to consider?
So I think, Sylvia, I'll begin with even the need to transition.
Yes.
I always feel that most of the people I've met, there is a restlessness.
Yes.
This is not working for me. And maybe you go and tell the people in your life, I feel I need a change. And the person asks you, what do you mean? You have the best job in the world. Change for what? Do you know how many people are outside here without jobs?
I know, right?
So that is where it begins. And what I would tell people is also listen to what is your body saying. If your body is beginning to feel restless, you no longer, if it's that job, you no longer have that excitement you once had. When you wake up on Monday, it's like, oh no, it's not another week starting.
Yes.
It means your body is telling you it is time to transition. You're like, that before the what do you call the butterfly comes out, you're like in a cocoon, and you see how it shakes when it is thinking it's time to transition into a butterfly.
Yes.
That is the restless you're going through.
Yes.
You are cocooned by your circumstances.
Yes.
But now your system, your body needs to move into something else. Now, what I would say is, one, listen to that and spend some time figuring out
Yes.
what the transition needs to look like, because sometimes we don't even know what it is. I know this is not working, but sometimes you're feeling, I will know what it is when I find it. So again, how do you find it? It means allowing yourself to be adventurous. Go to a painting class.
Awesome.
Discover in class 3 you don't like it. Take it out.
Wow.
Go to pottery.
Wow.
Discover on day 1, this is not for me. Go to a career fair and listen to different jobs. And eventually, because you also have something that tells you this is somewhere deep in you, you know what kind of something you're looking for, you will find it. Find somebody to work with you. It could be a coach.
Yes.
It could be a mentor.
Yes.
It could be a friend who you trust.
True that.
Somebody who's not going to judge you. By telling them what you're thinking and hearing yourself speaking about those things, you begin to get clarity on what it is that you're looking for. And then you will find that you need to make changes around you. Otherwise, sometimes we think because I am transitioning, it is just me the way I used to be.
Yes.
For instance, even if it's jobs, let's say you live on Kiambu Road and you're transitioning to a job in Karen. You need to think through what that means.
Yes.
It could mean you have to wake up earlier. If you're somebody's parent, it means you see your children less. It could mean you need to move homes. So in short, think through all those things that are needed in your transition. But what I would say mostly is, Sylvia, you need to trust yourself. There are very, very many naysayers.
Yes.
People who will discourage you. I have coached people who wanted to move countries. And when you look at the stories online, they are not very, very, what's the word? They're not very encouraging.
Yes.
But deep inside you, you've decided that's what you're going to do. Then how do you mitigate those challenges that other people faced? Maybe it means you're doing more research. Maybe it means you're saying, if people went there and they didn't have jobs, then I will look for a job before I go. So in short, really thinking through what you want to do, finding out what are the challenges, but not to be dissuaded, so that you can overcome those challenges, so that your transition is as smooth as it can be, because transitions are not necessarily smooth.
True that.
Yeah,
True that. So, Mercy, you have talked about asking for help, but being careful about naysayers when you're transitioning. I like that point, because not everyone will understand exactly what you're looking for and where you are headed. So, when do you make a conscious decision to not to go in the direction that a person is leading you? Maybe you've come to ask for help from Sylvia. Then you notice what Sylvia is telling you is not exactly what you want. How do you respectfully not do the things that they're asking you, because it looks like they did not understand, without necessarily breaking that kind of a relationship?
Interesting question, Sylvia. And I'm imagining what you're also asking is the people the people telling you no are very close to you.
Yes.
And therefore, those are relationships you don't want to break. I mean, it could be a husband, it could be your children,
Yes.
or your parents. I hear you, and yeah, that's quite interesting. Now, I will give you a story, and I hope it answers you. I began my career in banking. And at some point, I began feeling this is not where I want to be. I want to do different things.
Yes.
And so I went to family. I was a newly married woman with 2 small children. And here I am saying I'm quitting. I remember telling my favorite uncle, and maybe he'll see this, I am tired of banking. I want to quit. And he told me, then he asked me, why do you want to quit?
Yes.
And I said, I am finding the job whatever I'm doing. I'm not saying banking is boring, but what I was doing in banking was boring to me. So bankers don't feel that I'm saying your work is boring. But it was boring to me, what I was doing. And I needed a change. And the restlessness I was talking about.
Yes.
And so I told him, pale imefika, I want to quit.
Yes.
Why? Because I'm bored. He told me, even as we are bored with our jobs and we are not quitting. Do you know how many people outside here are looking for work and you're saying you're quitting because you're bored? That is nonsense. In a nice way. So I went home and, you start rethinking. What does that mean? Am I actually making a mistake?
Yeah.
That I want to quit? And then that story was repeated with different people.
Yes.
That somebody also asked me, you have a very young family. Have you thought through how you're going to feed them? Who leaves a job, a good job, when they have small kids? I mean, you're being reckless, in short. And I took all those conversations in my stride. And Sylvia, I sat with all of them and really thought, how do I feel when I come to this job? I don't like it anymore. Now watu wananiambia hivyo, nobody knows how I feel.
True that.
So without offending anyone,
Yes.
I simply quit. And when they heard I quit, they're like, you quit? I'm like, yes, because there is a saying, only the wearer of the shoe knows where it pinches. So to me, it was not arguing with what they said. Sometimes what they say is also helpful in how you plan your transition. For instance, the person who asked me, what are you going to do with the small kids? It means I needed to go rethink. It's not necessarily saying.
Yes.
It is, to me, I took it as think through your life. And therefore, when I'm making this decision, I've thought about all the negative things you said, and therefore I still come to the conclusion I still need to quit. So there is, to me, somebody should never take the naysaying as necessarily bad. Just take it as things to think about. And sometimes those things might actually make you think, I need to give this another 6 months. I need to give it a year. Based on what I am hearing, because I had not thought through everything. So let me go, wacha nijipange a little bit more. Or just think through all of them and say, actually, I think nimejipanga. I will take it as it comes.
Awesome.
So that's the way I think I would answer it, in a long way, but yes.
It's a very beautiful way you've put it. That yes, sometimes the naysaying is not that they have bad feet. It is actually making you rethink. So what you will have you're used to a certain structure and program. So what happens to you when you, in the absence of structure? And as we talked about transition, I know when people are transitioning, and the major one being that you never prepare for retirement until you realize it is here.
Yes.
So so thinking through what you're going to do after that transition is happening, or rather, you are used to a certain routine. You're waking up in the morning, you are going to work. What happens to you now that you're waking up? Your mind knows already. I wake up at, let's say, 5 a.m. What do I do from 8 until evening? And I have retired. So handling that kind of transition. I know there is retirement in aspects of age has caught up with you and retirement of choice.
Yes.
So how do you handle that part, that part of structure, for example? How do you make sure that your everyday life continues without necessarily feeling like I have a lot of time and I have nothing to do?
That has been a major aspect in people's lives, Sylvia.
Yes.
Because see, we say the grass is always greener at the neighbors.
Yes.
So where you're working, the 8 to, it's called 9 to 5.
Yes.
Retirement always looks very sweet on the other end, that I will go and I will sleep. I will wake up when I want. I will do what I want.
Yes.
And what, as transition coaches, we say, and you're one of the transition coaches,
Yes.
is you need to be prepared for that transition.
Yes.
Number one, and I think the most important, is know who you are.
Yes.
You are not your title.
True. You're not your job.
Who are you? Do you know who you are?
Yes.
You're not the MD. You're not the project manager.
Yes.
You need to figure out who you are.
Yes.
And you're made up of your value system.
True.
And the things that outlast you.
Yes.
And it is not the job.
Yes.
So once you figure out who you are,
Yes.
it will help you in the transition, because I have seen very many cases where people say, the day I retired, my phone also retired. Nobody is looking for you.
Say that again.
Because you need to remember, people called you for what you could do for them. They were not calling you. They were calling the position.
I know, right?
Exactly. So don't go home and get depressed because they are not calling the MD. So build the you.
Yes.
So that you will have people who will call you for you.
Yes.
They will not call you for the office. And it is something you have to build where you are at your office.
Yes.
Not something you retire tomorrow and then you start building. That brings depression. Then you've been, for 30 years, you have been structured.
Yes.
There is excitement in unstructure,
Yes.
but you will get home and find out in 2 weeks the excitement is over.
Yes.
You will try to call Sylvia. Sylvia tells you, I'm in the office. I can't talk. I'm in a meeting. Then you will try to walk into your old office and you realize you can't even go to your desk. You have to sit at the reception area. We moved on.
Yeah. Looks like you're the one.
In fact, some people in 6 months do not remember who you were.
Yes.
So it's, madam, how can we help you? And you're thinking, I built this company. How can we help you? So remember that companies also move on.
Yes.
So what have you moved on to? And this is sometimes what I call reimagining your life. This is the next phase, the next chapter of your life.
Yes.
What are you doing for your next chapter? What are the things you've put in place to go do? Because to remove the structure of 30 years, it is not easy.
It is not.
So don't say, when I retire, I will start keeping chicken.
Yes.
Do you even know how they are kept?
Go learn.
You should be saying, in the last, I know how to keep chicken because I have been keeping a few while I was employed. Saturdays, I would spend the time with my chicken. Therefore, now I'm going to add. Because I've figured it out. If you want to farm, be saying, I have been farming 1 acre.
Yes.
Now I'm going to add my acreage.
Yes.
If it is like us who are coaches, be saying, I have already done my coaching, I'm already certified. I have been coaching 2 people.
Yes.
So every month I coach 2 because, again, you have your job.
Yes.
Now I can go expand
The coaching.
the coaching.
Yes.
If it is the community you're retiring with,
Yes.
if you're a church person, you are in the community.
Yes.
You are serving in your church.
Yes.
Don't say, now I have come. They don't even know your name because you are so busy where you are working.
Yeah.
You sat at the back. Nobody knows you. You will get frustrated.
Okay.
In short, find ways to ease yourself into another life.
Yes.
But you cannot just wake up one morning and say, now I have retired. I'm on my way to the village. Even the village does not know you.
They don't.
If that's where you want to retire, have a life that you're going to build there,
Yes.
not one you're going to start there. So in short, I think, Sylvia, what I would say is the day you got employed, and I know this will sound very strange to 20-year-olds because
Yes.
I don't think they think when you're 30 you should be working on this, you're very old. Is when your retirement starts coming.
Yes.
So begin thinking, how am I preparing for the next chapter of my life?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So that means the day you're employed, you should plan your retirement.
Yes. Because you're thinking about the things you would want to do in another chapter.
Yes.
Being employed is just one facet of you. We have so many interests in this
True
life.
that.
Sometimes the jobs, Sylvia, we end up doing are not necessarily a job which is out of my passion.
Yes.
It is the job ile ilipatikana. That is the one you went to do.
Yes.
But what happens to all those things you used to be passionate about? You used to love plants, and you still have plants in your home. Is this something you could turn later into a business?
Yes. Who knows?
Yeah, and back to what you said, retirement is not necessarily because I'm 55 or I'm 60.
Yes.
Even at 40 you can retire. Even at 30 you can retire. It's actually not even retiring. It is reimagining your life.
True that.
So don't let your passions go to waste because this is the job nilipata and therefore this is where I'm going to spend all my life. Figure out how your passions can be turned into a job. Say, I am lucky I'm having this job now, which is going to help me build my passion.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That reminds me, I recently had a conversation with someone who are at the verge of making decisions. But then they're at the point where they're feeling this job is no longer exciting. I don't want it anymore. I don't have energy to wake up. Then, so what do you have at that point? This person feels, I don't like it, but it's meeting the basics. And that's the toughest transition I know we handle a lot as coaches.
Yeah.
Somebody feels like they want to do their own thing, but they are feeling that what ifs, the what nots, and they are not so sure. So from what I'm getting from you, Mercy, is you could start reimagining yourself where you are, but at the same time, do not neglect what you have. Just know that this, in as much as I don't like it, it is going to help me unlock that door which I'm looking at. So that is a better way of preparing for a transition, as you have shared. That always enjoy what you're doing in the moment, knowing that this is going to open. There's a door that's unlocking for me. Therefore, I do not have the luxury of making the radical decision here, but I could build it slowly.
Yeah.
And that makes your transition the next chapter, manageable. Not easy, manageable, as you have said. Now, I want to go back to your story. So Mercy decided to quit. So quitting your job at that point. So what did you do with yourself at that point?
I did many things, Sylvia. So when I quit, I had not grown to this part of where we are coaches and we know that you should prepare for your quitting.
I like that.
For me, hot-blooded, I quit and went home.
Yes.
And I enjoyed 2 weeks of being a housewife. It was very enjoyable for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then I realized I was not cut for that. I love my children, but not 24 hours. Let's see each other less. And so in that midst, I started thinking, what do I do with my life?
Yes.
So I decided to go back to school because I realized what I wanted to do, it was to go into the development sector.
Okay.
And I didn't feel I was equipped enough for the development sector.
Yes.
My first degree was in financial services.
Yes.
I had done banking to the highest level it could be done by that time. So I was a banker through and through.
Yes.
I would look at jobs and I couldn't see anywhere I would fit. And so I made a difficult. No, it was not difficult because I call myself a lifelong learner, and so I went back to school.
Yes.
To pursue project management as a master's degree.
Yes.
So that hopefully it will help me get to where I wanted to go.
Which is development organizations.
Yes.
So that tells me something, that we should not be afraid to change our minds of the decisions we've made. Yes, you wanted to be just available, but then you realize within 2 weeks, you are wondering, is this it?
Is
This
this my
is
life?
not what I subscribed for. So it allows you to even go look for the job another job maybe elsewhere. It is okay to change your mind of, now I have quit, I don't want employment anymore.
Yeah.
It is okay for you to go back, to rethink and change your mind about something and become a better person. You could even become a better worker after going through that decision. But we are not saying go back those decisions.
Yes.
Mercy and I are not advocating for that. But should you find yourself in that place, then it is okay to go back. You can change your mind and reinvent yourself, just the way Mercy said. She went to do project management. So now you've done project management. How did you get back? How did you transition back into work?
It was a long story. Again, as we said in the beginning, transitions are not easy.
Yes.
And you do need people around you to encourage you.
Yes.
To help you with that journey. So I did my master's in England.
Yes.
And I came back after, I think, 1.5 years. And I was like, now banks, because once I came back, now you need a job.
Yes.
And you're like, the only thing really I know is banking.
Yes.
So, and at that time, banks were really growing. It was like, it was the Kibaki era. The economy was growing, banks were recruiting. So it was very easy to start thinking, actually, maybe the what do we call them? The low-hanging fruits is banking. And I started looking for work in banking. I mean, that is where also your networks are.
Yes.
And that's really what you know.
You know best.
I went for interviews and they'll tell me, you've been out of the bank for so long. I'm like, 1.5 years is too long. And I found actually the 3-4 places I tried, they were not ready to have me back. And I was thinking, I have a master's. I thought I'm so learned. And so I had to rethink. And now, as I'm looking for work, Sylvia, you can imagine, I am telling my relatives I'm looking for work, or connect me with so and so.
Yes.
Or I'm job hunting.
Yes.
You're reminded, did I not tell you so?
Not to quit.
Now see, you're disturbing us.
The reality.
Are you going
of
to feed those
transitions.
children of yours? So why did you quit your job? Why did you come back from England? What is wrong with you? So you have, again, voices that are not very, encouraging and walking the journey with you, because they cannot understand your circumstances. And that's why I said in the beginning, find yourself a coach, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a trusted friend.
Yes.
Because many people, number one, you look like you're doing very well. You're the one disrupting your life.
Yes.
So they are not saying the bad, let's call them bad things, out of bad faith. They are saying them because somebody is thinking, why is this one destroying their own life?
They care, really.
Yeah, they care. And they cannot understand what you're doing.
Yes.
So find a trusted person who can understand that for you, there is more than what you're doing.
Yes.
So back to your question. So I tried banks, they did not take me.
Yes.
And in the midst of thinking of taking up a job in Zambia,
Yes.
and thinking that I am leaving my family again,
Yes.
a friend rescued me. He had a company. We had this conversation for many hours. Yes. He's like, no, you can't. If you go to Zambia for a contract for 2 years,
Yes.
you'll come back and face whatever you're facing now,
Right
trying
now.
to re-enter the market.
Yes.
So as you rethink your life, come and sit with me. He had a company. printing, advertising. And so I found myself in marketing.
Wow.
An area I've never been in, but he said, "Come sit here. I need somebody to help with administration."
Yes.
So as you rethink your life, but you're not. He categorically said you're not going to leave your family again.
Yes.
So it's good to have friends
Yes.
who can do such things for you. We don't all have friends who can give you a job.
Yeah, true.
But we have friends who can tell us, don't start thinking about going again, or not even telling you not to go, asking you, do you think that's the best decision you're making?
Yeah.
Because you'll come back in 2 years and whatever you're facing now, you'll face again. So be resilient. See it through.
True.
Something is bound to give.
Yes.
Yes. So that's how I started in marketing. I became an event manager. By there, I am a guru in events.
Awesome.
And conferencing.
Awesome.
And with those skills is when now the NGO world came calling.
Yes.
I had done events, I had done trainings. I had my financial services from the bank. I had my project management MBA. That is how I got there. So one of the things I tell people when they are thinking, what is this skill? There is no skill that goes wasted.
True that.
Always think, how is my skill transferable?
Transferable.
Because somehow you don't see how they'll come together,
Yes.
but at some point they'll come together.
It's true. There's a statement I like to say that we always connect dots in retrospect. So sometimes things don't seem to work or things don't seem to connect at all. So as we say that life is lived forward but understood backwards. Yeah, and
I like that.
At that point now you are able to say, this is why this and that happened. And you see, we wouldn't say that it was a bad thing for you to quit your job. If you had not quit Mercy, then we would not be seeing the Mercy we are seeing right now. So there's always a positive in your hot-bloodedness and quitting. There's a part of Mercy that was uncomfortable that needed to be unleashed.
That's true.
And that has I experienced it myself. And you and I having been in the banking industry, somebody might think, banking all your life. Somebody wonders, how do you transition into something else? Just as you've said, when you were having this conversation, I was thinking in my head how I actually transitioned into coaching. I just didn't leave the bank and started coaching. No. Actually, I was coaching pro bono, the backgrounds when I was still at work. Because one or two things, people have finished school, they're wondering, so what do I do next?
Yeah.
Slowly you find yourself, you're doing career advice to people. Slowly there's a new person who wants to be showed around where you work and they feel like you need to teach them something. And slowly you realize, somebody has an interview, they're asking you questions. How would you approach this scenario? You slowly find yourself, you're very good at giving that kind of thing or guiding through as a skill that's coming inherently.
Yeah.
But because you are used to a certain things being done a certain way and they structure you, they are some of the things that come out naturally without a struggle that are being buried.
That's true.
So like this conversation we are having with you, Mercy, it is not that I woke up one day and decided I know how to have conversations on podcasts. No, these are things that would come out naturally when you're talking to people. Somebody asks you a question, you're able to sit with them aside and have the conversation. Not necessarily crowds, but you notice that I'm still good at one-on-ones other than opposed to so many crowds. So this podcast is also born out of, why don't we amplify the one-on-one powerful conversation that Mercy and her would have over coffee?
That's true.
Somebody can benefit from this story. That's why I'm asking Mercy about her story and how she's going through. Yeah. And you will not get this one in books.
That's true. That's true.
You cannot get this in a book because this is a lived story. Now, going back to your story, Mercy knows events. Mercy knows many things. So, how did Mercy end up going back to the banking space? Because that's currently where you are.
Never say never.
I love that. I really do.
Yes. Yeah, so I spent when I got into the development sector, I think proper now. I think that was about 2010 is when I felt I am where I have been trying to go to.
Yes.
And for me, just to digress, the lesson in that is we don't always get where we want to go.
Yes.
In within the time we've given ourselves. Life is meandering.
True. It's not a linear thing. Yeah.
It's not. I remember I left banking in 2002. I spent time in the wilderness until 2010. So that's like after school,
That's 8 years.
No, 04 is when I left school. So from 04 to 10, that is 6 years. Those 6 years, I was not in development sector that I wanted to go to. But life was still happening.
Yeah, true.
I was working, whatever jobs I was working. I enjoyed conferencing and event management thoroughly. And it's a new skill I learned in that process. So let's also know that just as there's no skill wasted, while you're trying to go where you're going, what are you doing in the meantime?
The in-between.
Yeah. Don't sit at home saying, nagoja your job, ya nini, if it doesn't come, I'm sitting at home. I like saying, what are you, meanwhile, as I get there, the route that is getting me there might be through Rimuru, and I thought I needed to go through Karen. But meander through, you will get where you keep your eyes on the prize.
Yes.
But you will get there eventually. Eventually is the word. So what was the question again?
My question was, how did you come back to the banking?
To banking.
Because that's where you started.
Yes.
And now you're finding yourself back into the banking space.
So 208 is also a meandering story. So 2010, I get into development, and I enjoyed 14 or so years in the development sector.
Yes.
But about 2018, so I used to work in different organizations on contract, 2-year contract, 4-year contract, whatever. In 2018, when I started thinking about next chapter.
Yes.
And the process of thinking about that, I tell you, when you start thinking about new things, even the universe conspires to make those things come through.
Absolutely.
So back to what you're saying, when you're in your job, you are still coaching pro bono somehow.
Yes.
If you listen to yourself and the universe, the things start showing up, the things you need to do. So I found myself, I was working in a project that I'm very, very proud about. It's called Mandela Washington Fellowship. I was the regional manager and the country director. And therefore, Mandela Washington Fellowship had a lot of fellows, younger people than me. And these are people on fire, people who want to do wonderful things in life.
Yes.
Sometimes you talk to them, you ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? And now they were coming to me as asking me questions as the one who knows. Because I am the leader. And so that's how I began coaching. Don't worry, we'll get back to going back to banking. I began coaching the fellows because now they were transitioning. They have gone to America and they've come back thinking to themselves, I need to change things, whether it is how I do my business or I need to move completely to a different aspect. So I started what I call roadside coaching. And in the midst of doing roadside coaching, a colleague who, not even a close one, somebody sitting the other room, told me one day, by the way, I'm doing coaching and I think you should do coaching. I had no clue what coaching was. So I think I laughed and moved on. Then in church, I met a lady who said, oh, by the way, I've been doing coaching. I think you should do coaching. I'm starting to think, what is this coaching? Everybody around me seems to be doing coaching.
And they're telling you to do it.
Yes. So I begin, literally going to Google to ask, what is coaching? How is this thing done? And then in the middle of finding out, I find this is what actually something I am doing. I am not just dispensing. I'm doing it in a crude way because I'm dispensing advice, but I'm doing it. And therefore, and this project is coming to an end, or rather my contract is coming to an end. It looks like something that can become my next chapter. And therefore, I went back to school. I went to coaching school. I remember the first time we were told we are supposed to listen more and not give advice. I thought, this is not for me. I have a lot of advice to give. Well, how can I keep quiet? What are they talking about? I think I almost quit there too.
Because Mercy is used to stalking.
Exactly. And telling.
Yes.
But in the midst of all that, I think I started figuring, through the classes, I began to understand the gift of silence and the gift of listening. And I was like, actually, this is what I want to do.
Yes.
So by the time my contract was coming to an end,
Yes.
I was a certified coach, which my employer paid for so that I could coach the fellows. And therefore, again, no skill is unwasted. I used it for my employer as I transitioned out with it.
You used it, yes.
So I spent 2019 coaching and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I told people I'm retired. And I was thinking now I will coach, I will do more internal learning on coaching, individual coaching, team coaching.
And I met you doing that.
Exactly, yes. And I'm also a certified team coach. And in the middle of all those, I tell you, networks are beautiful. Yes. Again, to people, build your networks. And whichever place you find yourself at, do the best work you can. Because your work speaks for you. In the midst, before COVID began 2020, somebody called me from Mauritius and said, we are beginning this project. Would you be interested? So, full disclosure, I live on Kiambu Road. I had told the Lord, Mimi Sifuki wa Yakiwe. So
retired.
Yes, I'm retired because my last job was near Yaya. Sitavukavuka hizi barabara tena.
You're in Karen today.
Yes. So when this person called me, my interviewing process was, where is your office? When I used to go home, you know where USAID used to be and
Yes.
UN?
Yes.
I used to ask the Lord. And to me, I hope I'm also communicating faith. And the things you ask for, they come to pass.
True that.
I used to pass there on my way home from Karen. There's a time I used to also work in Karen. And ask the Lord, Hapa, you cannot find me an office here, Lord. See, there are people who sit here. This is only 16 minutes from my house.
Yes.
Find me somewhere here, Lord. So when this person called, I asked her, where are your offices? She said, it's next to USAID offices. I said, that was my first sign that the Lord wants me to go here.
Yes.
Yes. So now I was interested in hearing the rest of the story. And true to it, it came to pass. Before COVID hit, I got a job next to USAID where I had said sitavuka and I'm not going to look for work because hii maneno ya kutafuta kazi ni ngumu.
Ni kazi.
I will coach. So when they called, I went there. I spent 4 years doing development work, which I enjoyed again enormously because we were doing capacity building. We were trying to be at the space of policy in the health sector.
Yes.
How can we make health more accessible to more Kenyans? And so it was meaningful work to me.
Yes. Yeah.
But as the way of contracts are, that contract came to
An
end in end of 2022. And I said, now I'm retired. Let me go back to my passion.
Mercy, you've
coaching.
been retiring many times.
Very, very, many times. But again, I think it's what we're talking about, Sylvia. Is there a script?
No.
It is wherever the season of life finds you.
Yes.
You go and enjoy that season.
True that.
Yeah, so I retired again. And what we are talking about, your passion.
Yes.
You see, I'm doing all these jobs I enjoy. But the core of me is a coach. My DNA is coaching.
Coaching, yes.
So I went back, and as you're saying, that's where we met coaching. Doing Facebook, LinkedIn posts, doing wonderful things in the social media, learning social media space.
Yes.
Learning that one of the things we were learning in that aspect is if you're not posting, it's like you've closed your shop. And so beginning to learn, learning all those aspects. And as I was doing all those things, corporate came calling. Not corporate, actually they may call banking came
back.
calling. So I am a true banker.
I can see that.
Because even all my life, I used to call myself banker. I did not know. The power of the mouth.
Yes.
You call yourself a banker, okay, life has a way of...
calling out what you're calling.
Exactly. So I came back into banking, but on the side that I enjoy most, because it is on the impact space.
Awesome.
Where we are changing people's lives. So that is how I am back full circle.
I see.
Yes.
It is coming back full. It's a full circle moment for you, clearly.
Yes.
Started with the bank.
Yes.
Doing whatever banking is.
Yes.
And all that, and coming back to the impact side of banking.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. I love your story because it has a lot of meanders,
Yes.
a lot of lessons along the way, a lot of reinventing, and a lot of knowing within who you truly are and not wanting to erase that aspect of you. And when you were introducing yourself, you said you have many facets, and it's coming out naturally that you are a coach.
Yeah.
And you didn't even say it. It's coming out naturally that you are indeed a coach. Now, in the impact space, who do you target to impact?
Good question. Who are we impacting?
Yes.
We are impacting women.
Yes.
Who have been marginalized by the society.
Okay.
We are impacting the youth.
Yes.
As we know right now in Kenya, one of the biggest dividends we have is youth. Lots of youth, and they're leaving universities and they have no jobs. So job market is a big headache for our country. So in our small way, we have programming around like digital space,
Yes.
where we are saying, what can we put in the hands of the youth that can create jobs for themselves? Because we are saying there are no jobs in the market, but what can you do for yourself? So we are teaching digital skills and entrepreneurial skills, because those are things that we normally don't have. And my joy is if I go to a cultivate that we are supporting, and I find somebody saying, now I am having some job on Upwork, I am doing Fiverr, all those things they talk about to the youth. But you're able to make, $100 a week or something. To me, that is my joy, that we have supported you to have dignity in your life and earn something, and maybe even help your parents because it needs to grow, but at least you're starting somewhere. Yeah. On the women, what we do is we are supporting nano SMEs, small businesses, because one of the issues around it, of course, is people don't even separate themselves from the business. Ukiuliza mtu what is your profit, they have no idea. They made 500 shillings yesterday, but between gross and net, they have no clue. So we are training them. Separate business from yourself. Usikule biashara. Learn to save. So that you also become bankable, so that you can access loans, so that you can scale your business. So that's the space we are operating in with the women. And again, the joy for me is finding somebody saying that when Stanbic Foundation came to my life, they helped me learn how to do business. They helped me separate my accounts. They have taught me how to save. And now I'm accessing loans.
Awesome.
My business, when they came, I was alone with my daughter. Now I have 3 employees.
Awesome.
To me, that is a success story.
Wow.
Yes.
I love how it's going back to the basics of really teaching you what you need to move you from point A to point B. And that gives massive joy. So if I am out there, I am this youth that I want to use my coding skills and I want Stanbic Foundation to help me. How do I reach out? Is there a way, or what's your criteria? How how do you reach, or do you have specifics that you're handling so that anyone who has listened to you and has loved your story would like to continue the conversation?
Okay. So for the youth, one, we have a program called Future in Digital.
Okay.
It's free. You can log in and meander around the programs and
Yes.
see what works for you.
All right.
Kuna entrepreneurship, kuna what is AI, kuna all those, the coding, whatever.
Yes.
So, because different people need different things.
Yes.
So somebody can log in there
Yes.
and begin the journey of self-teaching. The other one is, the other way is through TVET. Unfortunately, we are not able to be in all the TVET, so we are in some specific TVET. We are trying to spread ourselves in different counties, like we are in Kisumu, Vihiga, Homa Bay, Baringo, Embu, not all of them, but some of them. And there we support with a class with computers and train the teachers.
Yes.
So that, TOT, so that they can also train the students. But I think the easiest way, because if somebody is not, and again, we also a lot in the coast, Kwale, what are those counties called?
Kwale,
Kilifi na Malindi. Kilifi, Mombasa,
and
Kwale.
yes.
But if you're not in those regions and the TVETs that we are in,
Yes.
the Future in Digital is the easier of them to, at least to begin to skill oneself.
Because it's available for everyone.
It is available for anybody. In fact, for me, the more people log in, the better for us, because I'm thinking at least you're able to get some skills.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I have really loved our conversation, Mercy. And definitely we can have another session when time allows. So thank you very much for coming to the Sylvia Corey podcast. And I hope to meet again for another impactful conversation.
And thank you so much for having me. You could have had, how many Kenyans are we? 55, 60 million? So thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So that is it from the Sylvia Corey podcast. You've heard it from Mercy. If you are a young person and you want to learn something and you are wondering how to finance it, Stanbic Foundation is able to fund you to learn a few skills there, and it is free, as Mercy has put it. So the platform there is Future in Digital. So you can go ahead and discover and just learn for yourself. Thank you very much, and do have a lovely day.